welcome to my new video today. Today we're going to be doing a comparison review between Lockshop wigs and Gothic Lolita wigs. Yay! So let's get started. So I will be doing a review based on straight wig versus straight wig and curly wig versus curly wig. So basically all my wigs are from either Gothic Lolita wigs or Lockshop wigs, and you know, I basically like them both because for one, like, they're not really like all that expensive, or at least I don't think, but also at the same time they're not really like too cheaply, like as if you mean the wigs you get from a party store or whatever. And plus they have a good grip in my head, because like to me like I have a big head, so I can't just wear like any size wig. So, and my first wig that I ever bought when I first joined Lolita was this random wig from eBay, and I fell in love with it because it was a brown wig, you know, with China cut bangs, and it looked like Misako's hair, and Misako was the one who inspired me to join into the fashion in the first place. So I bought that wig because I wanted to look so bad to look like, I wanted to try so bad to look like her, so that's why I bought that wig. And when I got it and I kept trying to wear it, and it kept constantly slipping off of my head, and it was just driving me nuts. So I started researching a better wig company. That's when Gothic Lolita wigs came up, and at first I was again hesitant on buying another wig because of my previous experience of my previous wig, but then I decided to give it a try anyways, and so I did. And my first wig I've ever bought was from Gothic Lolita wigs, and oh, I believe it was the Ozane collection in milk tea, and believe it or not, I personally love that better than my first wig, because you know, because they make little combs to have a better grip in your head, and that's what I like about them. So anyways, let's start looking at the wigs now. So this wig right here is the Ozane collection from Gothic Lolita wigs. This is one of the wigs that I first bought from them, and my second wig that I've ever bought totally. So this is the Ozane collection, and this right here is the Mermaid collection from Lockshop wigs in honey color. And by the way, this one is Gothic Lolita wigs Ozane collection in milk tea, and this one is Lockshop wigs Mermaid collection in honey color. And personally, you know, they're just about the same color, almost the same style, and I don't know if you can see, but almost also the same length and the same texture. This one I just recently bought, as you see the tag still on it, and this one I've worn a few times. As I mentioned, this was my second wig that I ever bought, and my first wig my first good quality wig that I bought from Gothic Lolita wigs. I bought this one from this Mermaid collection from Lockshop wigs because originally I was in love with Lockshop wigs' soft curls wig in honey, but I guess that's been discontinued for a while. I've been trying to go through hell and trying to find it, and I still am, but I just went ahead and got this one because of, you know, the texture of it is kind of similar to the soft curls one, and basically it's the same color too. So that's why I got this one. And so far, as far as with Lockshop wigs, this is the curliest wig I bought from them of theirs. And so fortunately, any curlier wigs from Lockshop wigs, I don't own any yet, so I can't really do a comparison, you know, for that yet. But Gothic Lolita wigs, the curliest wig I have from them is the Baby Doll Light collection, the RinRin collection, and Showgirl collection. So, which is curlier than this. So, but kind of, you know, well, you know, yet again, it is a bit more, slightly more tangled, but not as much tangled because I comb out my wigs. But this one is slightly more tangled because I've worn it out a few times. This one I just received today, so it's not really tangled up. But as far as with the fibers, I would say Gothic Lolita wigs are thicker. Than, like, hold on, let me set this one down for a minute. Like, you know, feeling the fibers from Gothic Lolita wigs' wig versus feeling the fibers from Lockshop wigs. I mean, they're both synthetic wigs, but except Lockshop wigs, I don't know, to me, the fibers, they feel to be slightly thinner and slightly bit more realistic, like almost closer to, you know, feeling like they're human hair, although they're really both synthetic wigs. So, and another difference too is that with Gothic Lolita wigs, they put little combs in the netting of their wig, so therefore they has a better grip on your head, so wigs won't be sliding off of your head. Versus Lockshop wigs, they don't put those combs in their wigs, but I still, you know, also like their wigs too, because still, even though they don't have the combs in them, they still seem them, like, they make their wig caps and their wigs, you know, fit, you know, made to fit all size heads, so it still basically fits on my head perfectly without sliding off of my head. So even though they don't have the combs on, you know, they still seem to fit on my head pretty well. So that's it for these two curly similar wigs from Gothic Lolita wigs and Lockshop wigs. Onto the straight hair wig comparison now. This one is silky straight and vanilla color from Lockshop wigs, and versus the Bella collection wig that I currently have in my head right now, and the pink color, and it's just been modified. It's some braid pigtails by me, and I just cut sideburns, and these are just clip-on bangs that I colored myself and put it on because I was inspired by Bella Lolita, Cami Pomeranian, and I really always loved their colors, and I couldn't find a good quality wig that had in her colors other than a cheap party store wig. But so I used Gothic Lolita wigs Bella collection in pink, and got some human hair bangs and colored them myself, and I showed it to her on Instagram, so she saw it and she knows about it, so I'm not trying to stalk her or nothing, but she knows I was just inspired by her, so I created my own little style using her. And if you like the little pigtail braid style that I did, I styled it using RinRin Doll's pigtail tutorial, so if you're interested on trying it yourself, I'll link that video down in the description below, or right here in the corner. You can quickly click on it. So anyways, back to the subject. So I would say, yet again, you know, with Lockshop wigs, I mean, I've worn this wig out a few times too, and I would have to say also with Lockshop wigs, they're, you know, they seem to be a bit easier to detangle than Gothic Lolita wigs, but then yet I haven't really tried it with their straight wigs yet, because I just had it braided like this, so and I haven't worn it down like this yet. But I guess maybe it's because I've always had, you know, trouble with their much more curlier wigs, because, you know, curly hair tends to tangle up more easier than straight hair anyway, so I guess maybe that's it, but I'm not sure. So I would say, I mean, you know, just like as usual, you know, the fibers, Lockshop Wigs' fibers are thinner, and I think, and versus wearing this, it feels to be slightly thicker. But you know, I still like them both, so you know, I really cannot seem to choose like which is my favorite. But but yeah, I mean, and another difference is too is that, I mean, Lockshop Wigs, you know, does also have some unnatural color wigs too, you know, like their newest series, Poppy Falls, and there's some of their lace fronts. And Gothic Lolita Wigs tends to release more of unnatural colored, more of unnatural colored wigs than Lockshop. But I mean, I'd say with quality wise, they're just about the same. I mean, they're both just wig companies, and you know, wigs are wigs. I mean, they're both not like too expensive, but not too cheap, and their quality is not too cheap like one of those cheap Halloween party store wigs either. So yeah, so that was it. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found this video to be slightly helpful between, you know, Lockshop and Gothic Lolita Wigs wig companies. Anyways, if you did like this video, please give a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe and leave your comments down below for more updates, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!